Most people mess up their camper van build before they've even started. They buy the wrong van, choose the wrong layout, and end up with something that they just don't enjoy using. If you're thinking of converting a video transporter or buying one that's already done, this video will save you thousands of pounds and hours of frustration. I'll show you what to look for, what to avoid, and the key decisions to make sure you get your dream camper van. You've got two options when it comes to wheelbase, short wheelbase and long wheelbase. It's only about 40 centimetres difference, but it makes a big impact on layout and drivability. What I've gone for here is the short wheelbase van. You can see that just in this section here, because the back of the door and the wheel arch are pretty much together. On a long wheelbase, you're going to get around 400mm extra there. You can see the difference inside. With the bed laid out like this, you don't end up with much floor space. Whereas a long wheelbase, you can have plenty of room for a porta potty, or even if you've got a dog that you want in the van but not on the bed. Not everyone wants to cuddle a dog. This though still works well, and it just works so much better as an everyday package for what we wanted. If it's your daily driver, go short wheelbase. If it's a dedicated camper, the extra space of a long wheelbase might be worth it. There are a few trim levels: Start Line, High Line, Sport Line. Get the best spec you can afford. Aircon is a must-have. For the engine, I recommend 100 horsepower minimum. 130 horsepower is ideal. You're adding weight with a conversion, and underpowered vans feel sluggish, especially on hills or long drives. So this van has 150 horsepower and it's plenty enough. It's also got the automatic gearbox, which makes it so much easier for just cruising around. I drive this van all over the country, and it's just as happy sitting on a motorway as it is carving up the country lanes. It's also a really nice spec, which just means it's a lovely place to be and sit. There are three main layouts: side conversion, kitchen on the side, rock and roll bed, 4 to 5 seat belts; rear lounge, full width bed, comfy daytime seating but fewer travel seats; or rear kitchen, common in smaller vans, kitchen at the back, bed in the middle or front. The side conversion is the most popular, and for good reason. It's simple, practical and versatile. We've gone for the traditional side kitchen rock and roll bed layout, but with a bit of a twist. We've got this L-shaped section here, which allows for a wider bed, but still gives you plenty of storage, all the cupboards, everything you need to keep all of your belongings in. But the bed is just that bit wider, and even me at 6'4" and probably a little bit overweight has still got plenty of room to lie down, and even some room for somebody else. Pop tops are the go-to. They give standing space and an extra bed, all while keeping the van compact. High tops give better insulation and storage, but add bulk and change the van's look. So obviously, because this is the Drive Lodge demo van, we've gone for a pop top. And is a camper really a camper if it doesn't have a roof and the ability to stand up? If you don't have a roof, you've pretty much got to be a contortionist in the morning to get dressed. Find like this? No, stand up. It's just so much easier to put your trousers on. Most people go with a 2-burner gas hob and sink combo. Diesel hobs and induction are becoming more popular, but come with trade-offs: slower boil times and the need for large power systems. Ovens are possible, but space hungry. Think hard about whether you'll actually use one. So in this van, we decided to go gasless. You've got the heater and hob unit combined, and then a separate sink with just a single tap here. When this is closed, it warms up and works as a heater, and then when you want to use it as a hob, it lifts up and reveals the hob. Although I'll be honest, the hob does leave a little bit to be desired. The heater part of it, fantastic. You can just spend ages sat waiting for a kettle to boil. So much so. Guess what we've got in the cupboard? So if you're trying to boil a kettle to make a brew on the hob, you can be sat there ages. Whereas as long as you've got hookup, you plug this in 2 or 3 minutes like you're at home, all set to go. As the owner of Drive Lodge, I'd be daft not to mention it here. We're a family-run business specialising in safe, reliable and ergonomic roofs. For more information, click the link in the description. If you want a camp off-grid, a 150-watt solar panel is usually enough. A mains hookup is useful even if you don't use campsites, it opens up more flexibility. Inverters take up space and aren't usually that necessary in a transporter unless you have high power needs. On our van, we don't actually have any solar, and I'm not sure why. Although for some reason, we've actually got some sunshine in the UK today. This camper mainly gets used using hookup, which plugs in just into there. You plug that into your socket and you've got electric, just like you're at home, using this extremely long hookup cable. I think that might have been a bit excessive. This is your chance to make the van yours. Too many campers are all grey and bland. Colour, texture and little details go a long way. Pick finishes that make you smile when you open the door. It's your van, own it. So in our van, even though we've gone for the wood effects, it's still a little bit grey inside. However, all the wood, especially when you get rid of that, I think it just looks airy, nice, and I'm amazed at how much attention it always attracts. Now that you've got the basics, let me know how you'd spec your transporter. Drop a comment below and hit subscribe if you want more honest campervan advice and tips.